Hello and welcome to This Week in Geek. I'm your host, Eric Lucas, and joining me today are a bunch of panelists that we just dragged off the street, or not. This is actually
Giovanni, Strata,
Rachel,
and
Stacy.
And we're going to be talking about the latest happenings and news, videos, all things geek that happened this past week. And we'll just start right off with some of the topics that we'll have for you. We'll put all these topics in the show notes, of course, on the YouTube video. Not right now because it's live and we're doing way too many things live. And we can barely put the show together live. So we'll do it in post. But the first thing we're going to talk about, there's been a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy news. Came out this week, just actually today, if you're viewing this live on the 18th. Tonight there's supposed to be the final official trailer, not the one from Comic-Con last year that all the people got to see and we're all NDA'd, non-disclosure agreement too. But the actual official one's going to come out tonight on Jimmy Kimmel Live. But we have seen there's
we've
new
seen like
images.
teasers for the teaser.
We've seen teasers for the teasers.
and images.
Yeah. Jeff, do we have this one to pull up for the Guardians of the Galaxy picture? Okay. So we have this Guardians of the Galaxy picture. It's Zoe Saldana as Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, which is Bradley Cooper. I keep forgetting all the all-star cast in this. It always throws me. You got Chris Pratt as Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord. He's from Parks and Rec fame. And Zero Dark
30.
Am I right? And like
He's been in like everything recently. He was in Her.
He's
in
Lego movie.
The Lego movie.
Yeah, Lego movie. And then Groot is in the picture too, which is voiced by Vin Diesel, but all he'll be saying is "My name is Groot." So I don't.
I wonder how many times he had to record that. Like
different inflections.
Yeah.
My name is Groot.
Yeah.
My name is Groot. My name is Groot. That's the scope of his acting ability anyway. It fits right.
Hey man, he did the voice. He did the voice of the Iron Giant,
Yes.
and so
right.
Wait,
so
who did?
another limited role that he was
Vin
perfect
Diesel.
in.
He did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
Vin
more you
Diesel.
know, that was Vin Diesel.
It didn't sound like him though, to be quite honest.
Was a robot.
And then
Yeah, but you would think that's some of the inflection I would notice that it was Vin
It
Diesel.
was when he first started.
Anyway,
And the last person is Drax the Destroyer, which is Dave Bautista. Do you guys know who Dave Bautista? I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I know who Bautista is. But do you guys know who that
I
is?
know of him.
I've heard
but,
the
like, as
name,
far as,
but I
like,
don't.
Batista. Okay. Well, he's just a roided up.
yeah,
freak,
everyone is in
basically.
this movie. Benicio del Toro's in this movie.
Well,
Lee,
he's the collector, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Collector also.
Lee Pace and Karen Gillan,
Mhm.
Doctor Who.
Yes.
It's gonna be a great movie. A lot of people, when they first heard about it, including myself, I'll say I'm like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's so many other damn freaking characters you could do to bring into the Avengers universe, and you're gonna go Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, but in the scope of things, it makes sense because if I've read the rumors right, this is going to be not heavily, but feature who's the big baddie in the Thanos. Yeah, it's gonna,
Thanos.
Yeah, he's gonna play a major role.
Right. Yes.
So.
Which
He's
was-
actually Gamora is Thanos' daughter, right, or his stepdaughter or something? If I remember the canon right from the comics.
Don't ask me. I don't,
Okay.
I don't know.
The thing about Thanos was that was released before it was actually at Comic-Con when they weren't supposed to announce it. And they
What?
The
The Thanos unveil at the end?
No, Thanos being the villain.
Oh, it was
Guardians
just
of the
leading-
Galaxy?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he's not the main guy. It's somebody the Destroyer. No, not Drax. It's another big like baddie. I don't read Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not gonna lie, but I've kind of like read up on it to get to this point, so I'm not like an idiot going into the movie going.
No, definitely.
But yeah, the leak, like you said, we're gonna see more Thanos.
I'm concerned about Bradley Cooper doing the voice because
Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah, Rocket Raccoon, because his voice is very deep. And I'm not sure
You don't know what his scope, range of an actor
Exactly,
is yet.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out. That's gonna be tonight, or if you're watching this later, it was already probably up. So go watch it. Let's stay here. Okay. Staying in the same canon, Avengers news. We finally got to see our first set from Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's being filmed in South Africa this scene. And somebody took is this an Instagram video? Somebody took an Instagram video instead of turning on their actual video camera.
A+.
A+.
Instagram video?
Yeah, look, it's Instagram.
Oh.
Instagram video.
10 seconds.
Do we have that one or not? We don't have that one, right? Okay.
Wait, hold on. So I'm not sure how Instagram video works, but
You
he
can
was
record up to 15
15
seconds.
seconds, right?
Yeah, that's
but
what we
you
got. So
But
did you
what
watch it? Did
Yeah,
you
I
watch
saw the
it?
clip.
It's
So
basically
what if,
the
like,
whole.
the action never happened during those 15 seconds?
Well, then
of
you're
his
screwed.
So he was
Oh
just,
no! Well, no. With Instagram video, let's get techie, I guess. With Instagram video, you can actually pause,
Oh,
so you
okay.
can just sit there with your finger on the trigger and wait.
Okay.
And then when basically he waited till everybody started running from the
Okay.
scene, and then he let go and had it. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, the special effects obviously are gonna be insane. I don't know how they did this thing. They must have set up like some pneumatic cannons or something because they just blew this truck right.
Well,
off
after the
side
Dark
of
Knight,
road.
everybody has to have a truck getting blown
Getting
off.
blown
it's
off.
it's like an action set piece now.
I'm thinking Hulk, maybe?
This is Hulk. Yeah, because the next one they show the Hulk bust right there for placing purposes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like so they're showing like where he's gonna be moving in the scene. That's an actual bust of him. They had that one at LA Kamikaze Con. That big bulk of the
I
Hulk.
like how they put
Yeah,
him
let me see.
big.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't think
Like-
it
Yeah,
was
see,
actually
Or
Hulk.
they just like spoil.
That's the Hulk.
God, you can't tell. Come on.
It's the Hulk.
Come
Who else
on,
would
dude,
that be?
that's the
That's the Hulk.
That's the Hulk.
That's the Hulk. It's
That's
the same one we
totally
saw.
the Hulk.
You went to Kamikaze
Yeah, I
Con. They
did.
had it set up. That same one.
Oh, wow.
That's the special effects studio that's doing all that. That's their bust.
That's
They
the
own that.
Hulk.
So, anyways, so very cool. It's not a lot of stuff. They're actually going to go into full production. I think end of March, where they're actually going into the studios and filming all this stuff. But this is pretty cool. Like first
Yeah, man.
footage.
I
I'm
thought it
excited.
was awesome.
I'm excited. We have to wait a year and a half to get to the movie. And between now and then, we get Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that it? And then Avengers, huh? There's
Yeah,
nothing else.
Soldier.
And then Ant-Man after Avengers. Yeah. All right.
Wait, Captain America too. Did you say that?
Winter Soldier first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Marvel is releasing the Spider-Man. You get Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, but we're talking about the ones that we can. No, I know they're gonna be good. What's up? Oh, yes.
I mean, just might as well.
well,
just
we're
go.
gonna have someone walking scene. We'll vamp. Da 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 la la da da da.
But yes, Spider-Man.
Thanks,
Oh yeah,
Ceci.
there's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So there are in the Marvel universe.
In the
right?
Marvel universe, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm
Alright.
talking about to this particular, they
This
call
section.
it Marvel. What do they call it?
The
They're
phase- the phase-
phase 2. They're
yeah,
in phase
phase
2 right
two.
now.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So what's next? The Winter Soldier spoilers.
Yes. Do we want to talk about it?
Uh,
I put it on there because I didn't put it for a reason. Like if you guys don't want to read them, you don't have to. Did you already read them?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
It means nothing to me
Did you
because
read
I don't know much
Go
about
ahead, I know
the
the
Marvel
story,
comic
so
universe.
we're good.
So
Oh, okay. Well, it basically deals with who the hidden bad guy in the movie is.
The hidden
it was
Yeah.
a track listing on the soundtrack that is
That
the
gave
name.
it away, and then who was it? Hasbro decided to release their toy early. That's at the
Who
very
is
end.
it?
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Spoilers. Who is it?
Spoilers. Okay, spoilers. Let's give a nice little
You-
15-second buffer. Okay. The main bad guy is going to be the Return of the Red Skull.
Fantastic.
And Robert Redford is going to be the Red Skull.
Awesome.
So, there you go.
That's great news. That's awesome. I'm excited now.
You excited now?
Yes.
Yeah. When I first saw that trailer where Robert Redford's in it, and we're all kind of thinking like, why is this old guy in it? Like, how could he be? I actually didn't make the connection, but it does make sense in hindsight now. It's like, oh, right, he's older. He doesn't have to look like Hugo Weaving.
Right.
Because, yeah. Okay. It makes sense.
Very excited now.
So, all right, Red Skull coming to a theater near you if you want to get your Captain America goodness on. Okay, RoboCop remake. We were
Oh,
kind of
I
talking.
didn't,
in the
I didn't
pre-show.
see it, so
I didn't see it because I'm appalled by it, that they would remake
a PG-13 RoboCop movie.
a PG-13 RoboCop movie, and B, a movie that does not need to be remade. That movie stands alone as one of my favorite all-time action movies.
Yes. So
Because
I did-
it's a movie that set out, it knew what it was, it didn't
Right.
try to be cliche, it was just like, we're an 80s action flick,
Yes.
and we're not going to hold back the punches, we're going to have little squibs of blood in every scene, we're going to throw people through 50 windows. It was amazing
Yeah,
for
but-
that reason, and they decided to go and remake it into a PG-13 movie. like
Yeah,
Rachel said.
and I did see it, and so when I went into it, I really tried to go into not comparing both of the films. I really
luck.
tried. I really tried, but after seeing it, I was like, it's just impossible not to. And RoboCop, he is, to me, very overpowered in this movie. He does not get damaged at all. Like maybe towards the
Really?
end. Yeah, and he's just.
Oh, so he's got like a godlike kind of thing going on.
Yes, I just felt he's very overpowered. I mean, he's just bulldozing through people, and half the time he doesn't even get off his motorcycle. He's just on his motorcycle going through buildings.
It's a continuation of RoboCop 3.
Yeah, it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. The CG was pretty fantastic.
Which you would expect.
Yeah, and but he was just too powerful.
There's always a reason if you see a movie like this come out in the beginning of the year near January.
Yeah,
and
the
February,
dumping ground.
where where
Yeah.
it's just like I always call it "F you," it's January or something like
Right.
that. That's where you and it's technically February, but
And then like
you don't see an action movie in this early in the year. You wait till the
Action
summer.
movies and horror movies released in the first 2 months
No.
of
some
the
of the
year.
best parts of this movie that I saw when I was watching was watch the extras in the film. Go in, they're hilarious. They don't like half the time they're not even doing what they're supposed to be doing. And like one particular scene towards the end where there's a bodyguard towards spoilers towards what's this guy? What's the name? The
Samuel
villain?
Jackson?
No, the villain.
I don't know who the villain is. I haven't seen it.
The guy that owns
big
Omnicorp.
corporate guy?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
alright,
Omnicorp.
got it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't. Is it Val? I get Val,
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer?
Yeah,
It is Val Kilmer.
it's Val
right?
Kilmer.
I
And
Is Val Kilmer in this movie?
I better look
and
this
it's
up.
not Val Kilmer. It's Michael Keaton.
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton.
Michael
Okay,
Keaton.
the other Batman.
Yeah, the other
The other
Batman. I get him confused.
God.
Christian Bale.
Anyways, he has a
Jesus.
bodyguard. He has a bodyguard next to him, and the bodyguard does nothing for him. Absolutely nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah, just God, the extras. They were
God, yeah.
fantastic.
And what? Yeah, I used to be an extra actually to make money.
Yeah,
when I
no,
was an
I've
actor.
done it. I've done it a few times myself too.
Did you go through? Who is that? Who's the big one in Hollywood?
I don't know. Be in a movie? Is it
Yeah,
be
the
in a
extras.
movie?
No.
No, I
It's
actually
the
just
talent
because
firm.
I have connections,
Mm.
so I can just do it myself.
Mm.
Because whenever I did extras,
Sorry,
I did Be in
sorry.
a movie. I signed up through beinamovie.com, and
No, Central Casting. I'm sorry, that's who it is.
yeah, and then I was.
Yeah,
I
my
was
sister was
semi-pro.
with Central
That's
Casting.
who I was with for 6 years while I was trying to be an actor, and that's what paid the bills was being an extra. So.
I was just a free route.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just a free route. I was in
Nice.
semi-pro as an extra. in
Oh, that's
semi-pro.
cool.
Yeah.
Semi-pro.
Yeah. In that scene where he like fights the bear,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
I was running down the stadium. It was probably one of the
Those are
funniest.
great. That's I don't know. That was probably the best scene of the movie because that movie's horrible. Okay, anyways.
So
Batman Superman news. I think we have.
that's not really news. It's just a fan art.
Oh, it's fan art. I should have put this in miscellaneous, but I thought Ceci was gonna be on the show today, so that's why I put a lot of art in the show. Because she likes
Oh
art.
my goodness.
Anyways, if
She
you get,
likes
do we
art.
have do we have that one?
She likes art.
No, it's okay.
It's
fine.
not that big a deal.
No
But
worries.
somebody did a fan art. Did you?
Yeah,
do
it's just a
I'm indifferent.
manipulation of.
I kind of like it.
It looks. It's
I'm
decent.
different.
Oh, is that Wonder Woman?
Yeah, that's who's playing Wonder Woman. Somebody
It's
did
different.
a fan art rendition of her.
Oh yeah, but it's just fan art, so it's
Yeah, it's
not
fan
even.
art.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
They probably won't do a costume like that. They'll probably do
If they
something-
do, they'd call it their own, and then.
Do you know if they're gonna stick with her original?
They
I've
haven't
heard there's been a
said.
bunch of designs.
Yeah.
No, they will do something different.
probably
Yeah,
will.
they won't do
That's
the
kind
original.
of disappointing for me.
I like that one. That one was pretty cool actually. If they do something like that.
Just like they did change Superman's outfit.
Oh yeah.
They'll do
That-
the same.
Well,
I
he
mean,
needed to lose the underwear.
expect a new
I mean, that was
Superman.
weird to me.
Expect a new Batman costume.
You think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a Superman
Yeah,
costume?
yeah.
Expect.
Again?
Yes, they will remodel.
They're
Absolutely.
totally
gonna
change
Sell more
it.
toys.
Mhm, yeah, new Superman, new
Yeah.
Batman costume.
Batman,
new
I always
Wonder
expect a
Woman.
new costume though.
So
New Flash, Green Arrow, if we see them.
they will no.
I think they're making cameos. They've said.
Oh no.
Well, not that's well. Again, don't go too much into it, but it's.
I hope they don't.
They
Take a
said
look
that
at
they
it.
want to bring their universe they're building on the TV shows and
just
stuff
feel
into
they're
it.
rushing
And
it.
they're making a Flash though, and they already have Arrow, and they're making a Gotham. So we'll
Just
see.
don't rush it. Don't rush it.
Yeah, well, good luck. There's a little thing I'll put. This is more of just for all of us to look at real quick, and I'll put it in the show notes, like I said. But for people like me who like always get into these discussions with my friends about who owns what in the damn comic book world, this next link's pretty cool. It's kind of a visual guide. Do we have that one on, Jeff? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're seeing it now. Who's Disney owns all of these guys. So they have Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, which I'm looking forward to seeing, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Elektra, screw them, we don't care. Blade. I don't think we're going to see any more Blade movies. We might. Well, they'll probably do a reboot of some sort, right?
Eventually.
You know what? I feel like they would bring it more into a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the whole vampire
okay.
thing kicking off. I wouldn't doubt that.
I like how
That's
over on the
not
far
so-
left, Lionsgate gets Man Thing. Oh, and
Oh, man.
Namor?
Namor.
Namor?
He's like. Yeah. He's
So
like
do
he's
they-
like he's like Marvel Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Do they have Stan Lee pictured over here on the left that he doesn't own
Yeah.
any
Right.
rights?
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
right.
basically.
He gets to appear in all the movies.
Yeah, he just doesn't own any rights anymore.
So and then Fox, I guess Fox shares two. They share Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. That's why we're seeing him in both these
Okay.
upcoming movies.
Mhm.
But basically, if Fox
Okay.
gets Fantastic Four and X-Men, I mean that's pretty much all you need to know about that. And then Sony's off to the side. They're like, "Yay, we get Spider-Man and Venom."
Which they have been doing a fantastic job with. Though.
The newer one.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the Amazing Spider-Man.
I'm torn. That's why I'm very.
The Amazing Spider-Man
trepid.
was a pretty solid movie.
I mean, I love.
I feel like the people who complain about the Amazing Spider-Man were people who were complaining because they like can't let go of Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire. Well, it's not that. It's well. Okay.
Tobey It's awful.
Yeah.
Like
Come
let's not be
on,
clouded by
Rachel.
nostalgia. Go
Tobey
back and watch those
Maguire.
movies.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire was first of all he looked like he was about 30
Not
when
the
they made
first
those.
one, not the first one. Come
Okay.
on.
He did look a
First
little
one?
older. He did look a little older.
The first one was good.
Those
The
movies
second
aged
one-
really bad.
The third one was horrible. I don't even own that one. I only own 1 and 2. Somebody bought me 3. I put
Right,
it-
because
it's my
3 would
coaster.
just be beyond repair.
It's horrible. It's awful.
I loved Sandman's story though.
Yeah. See, and that is the reason why I have so much trepidation about this next one. I feel like they're
There's
gonna
two.
try
They're gonna do it again. They're gonna
again.
do it
They're
with
throwing
villains.
so many villains into like the marketing for this movie is enemies unite. I think right is one of the. If
Yeah.
you go to the website and it shows all the baddies, it's like.
Okay, I feel that.
How do you build characters if you're just like, oh, he's all
I
these
mean,
guys that
we
work at
know.
Oscorp?
We pretty much know what the emotional climax of the movie is gonna be. It's gonna be a
Gwen
huge
Stacy.
thing. Yeah, it's gonna be Gwen
Gwen
Stacy
Stacy
getting
being
killed.
probably. I mean, that's not a spoiler because we don't know for sure, but it's 'cause, you know.
We pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's.
We all kind of know that.
Yeah.
And
we-
I just feel like the plot setup for this film is gonna be. We're gonna start off with seeing Rhino at the very beginning. He's gonna be.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They needed to go
Yeah.
smaller. I feel like that's what they needed to
Yes.
do. Like you had the first one, you had this all these big action
There's the-
set pieces, and then for the second one, they needed to bring it more into a character thing.
Yeah.
Especially because it's
Okay.
like the movie's
Because-
gonna end with
right.
this like
And you have
tragic.
you have these great characters like Harry Osborn, who you're not even gonna get to like. I feel build a big story around
Mhm.
his best friend, right? It looks like he's gonna get thrown in there somewhere in the middle as the guy who's running things for his dad while he's in the hospital, and we're not gonna get to see that kind of one-on-one connection that him and Peter built. At least
Right.
throughout the comics, you know, they were best of friends, and then that relationship got literally torn apart.
Well,
I don't know
think
if
they're
we're gonna
trying to
see it.
establish like that they didn't really know his
Yeah,
son,
they're
but they
going-
were
they're-
more with his father, the father connection.
they're doing
yeah,
the
they
whole
kind
thing.
of have pushed that a
Mhm.
lot
Yeah.
in the Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Peter Parker's connection to his original
Yeah,
father?
because
Yeah,
in
I
the
feel
trailer
like that
they
too.
showed they're like, oh, they've been spying on you this
Yeah.
whole time, and
Yeah.
why are they spying on you? And,
Right.
and I think the whole investigation is gonna like lead to the Hobgoblin.
This whole story, the way they're going, I feel is one of the newer Spider-Man storylines, right? Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah, where Oscorp is the main focus of everything.
Yes.
And all the baddies come from Oscorp. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so that's a cool little infographic for you guys to check out later. All right, and then we're done with the movie news. Moving on to TV. I put it right at the top. Walking Dead. And I've not seen it yet because I have to wait. But you can talk about it.
Last show was pretty fantastic.
Okay, I did watch last week, and last week was pretty good. Where I started hating Carl even more than ever.
Everyone hates Carl.
Because that guy's an idiot.
Carl!
Carl! Recap last week, we almost saw Rick turn into a zombie. Which, yeah, I don't know why they really... I don't feel like they did that for casual fans who really don't understand the timeline
It was in the
of
comic as
everything.
well, though.
Oh,
They
really?
did it in the comic as well, yeah.
Where he almost turns into a-
they have a moment where they make you
Oh.
believe that he's turning into a comic. And
So that
it's
was
just
almost an
building
homage
tension.
to that,
Yeah, it's
you
just an
think?
homage
Okay.
and building tension. You know, how can you kill
Yeah.
off Rick?
Right.
It's all movie script writing
Yeah.
strategy. They have to. They have to. Or else it's going to be boring.
And then so we see Michonne come in at the end of that one.
Yes.
Does she play heavily into this next episode?
No. She's
We're going back to Daryl. We're going back to Daryl
You
now, right?
see the other characters. You fill in what happened to the other characters
Okay.
right now.
All the
That's-
other characters, or are we going like bit by bit at this point?
I don't want to spoil it for you, dude.
Okay,
I really
well.
don't, because there's a lot of things that you see in this movie. Like, this is it. This is the difference between the comic book and the TV show.
Yeah.
These other characters, and you know, the fact that you see Daryl, the fact that they're bringing new things with the other characters that they're not doing
Okay.
in the comic book.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And Rachel gave up on. I think. a
Yeah,
long time
no,
ago,
me and The
so.
Walking Dead.
Stacey, do you watch Walking
I
Dead?
can't.
Do you read Walking Dead?
I can't
Nothing?
stand
You
zombies.
can't. Oh, whoa!
I really can't stand
Are you
zombies.
afraid of them, or are you just annoyed?
No, I'm just annoyed of them.
Everybody click
Maybe
the
because I
close
watch
button.
High School of the Dead, and then after that I was like, no more zombies. I'm done.
They need
You watch
dinosaurs,
what? Which one?
my
right?
my uncle tried to get me to watch High School of the Dead, and I watched like
Your uncle?
yeah. There should be that my uncle
Doesn't
and
sound
High
right.
School of the Dead shouldn't even be in the same sentence. But he had me watch that. I got into like 3 episodes, and I was like, never again. Every time they like fought like a group of zombies, I'd always get like a flash of some girl's panties. I'm like, okay.
Yes. that-
Have you seen the boob physics? Have you
It's-
seen the High School of the Dead boob physics where they like
It's stupid.
somebody
Video?
no
Yeah.
somebody like mapped out like how fast some girls' boobs were flapping in
Yeah.
the scene, and they were like flapping
Yeah.
like Mach 5.
Oh my god.
That show shouldn't even be. I don't
Oh
even.
my gosh, that's hilarious.
That just really turned
It
me
was
off to
pretty
zombies,
incredible.
to be honest.
Oh man, that's so funny. I like it, but if anime were to be described, I think I would show that that's anime right there.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
so.
It's just
Oh,
boobs
man.
and very
Yay.
women and
zombies.
yeah, and
And
it's
zombies.
sexual tension while zombies are happening
Right.
outside.
Right.
Insert
That
fight
works.
scene here.
Yes.
I feel like that's what people think of when they think of anime.
Yes.
It's people who don't watch anime, they think of that.
Yes. So
Ah.
I think that's yeah.
So ashamed.
All right, so what's next? Is Star Wars.
Star Wars. Does anybody watch Did anybody watch the Star Wars that were on Cartoon Network?
The Clone Wars?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Nobody
I
watched
watched
those.
parts of it.
I watched.
but
I watched
fully-
a Mandalorian arc because they're my favorites, but I haven't actually watched the show.
Okay. Well, that one is. Didn't I put that on there? Yeah. No, that one is. So it was originally canceled from Cartoon Network, and now Netflix picked it up, so they're gonna stream the final season. So if anybody's a fan of that, I mean, I watched a little bit of it. I wasn't too
I
into the
love
Clone
it.
Wars.
I love
one.
this idea.
Is that the one where
Netflix
like
picking
the
up.
animation
Yeah,
was
Netflix
like
is
kind of
great, yes.
blocky?
It's like CG.
Okay. Okay. Oh
it's
yeah,
easy,
yeah.
Which is what this next one's gonna be too. So this next one is it's the first one the Disney owned Star Wars, right?
Yep.
Am I right? Am I correct in assuming that?
Now, are they expanding the novels that are written? Or
This
that-
is taking place. The Star Wars Rebels is taking place between 3 and 4.
Okay.
It's gonna fill in everything between the gaps of the original trilogy and the new trilogy.
Okay.
Everything?
That's what they said. There's
Wow.
they have I think a couple seasons until the new movie comes.
So we're getting a
here,
CG.
let's watch-
We're getting a kids TV
Yes,
show
yes.
that's bridging the gap between 3 and 4,
Which
and
makes-
we're getting two
and we're
major
getting 7.
big budget live action movies about Boba Fett and Han Solo.
Yay. Well, we're getting.
Where are we getting Luke in Rebels?
Well, here, let's watch it. We have that, right?
Which one?
Let's go with the. Well, I don't know. Did you mark them?
Yeah.
Go with the Spark one first. Okay.
Let's just watch one.
We can watch that. Don't we start?
To ignite a rebellion,
So I'm starting it now. Yeah.
all it takes
Turn that
is a single spark.
Can't see.
This fall, the saga continues on Disney XD. Star Wars Rebels this fall on Disney XD.
Disney XD.
To ignite a
Oh
rebellion.
man.
Disney's.
Now it's Disney's.
Okay, so that was the
All
Spark
right.
one.
I don't know if I want to watch this.
I don't
This
trust
one's called
Disney
Ignite.
XD.
Of course.
You got the next
A
one?
long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a spark of rebellion ignites. This fall, discover your destiny.
Well, that was fun.
Star
Yeah, I mean,
Wars
it's
Rebels
gonna be about these
this fall.
random characters that they make up for this show that are gonna eventually have to be killed.
Well,
Yes.
I'm interested.
Written out.
Wait, killed. I'm interested to see if they actually would bring him into the new universe or into the JJ.
Like they brought the
Abrams.
old ones into the
Yeah.
cartoon for the Clone
Mhm,
Wars.
yeah.
Could be. I mean,
Like maybe they're working with JJ in bringing
I don't
characters.
think so. I think this is a standalone. I think this is Disney's like they're capitalizing on that franchise they have now.
Yeah,
They're
they're
gonna
capitalizing on the
turn it
Clone Wars
Yeah.
franchise as opposed to like the film
Yeah.
franchise.
Just like how they're changing Disneyland, or supposedly.
Well, that's
changing
awesome.
into- You can speak up, Stacey.
I don't know. Like I don't. I feel like it's just like a little segue that's not necessary.
That's what we do. We get lost
Yeah.
in segues. It's fine.
What's next? What's next on?
So, anyways, I mean,
I love
excited. I'll watch it. I'll
I
watch
know,
the first.
but
I always
I'm
watch
kind
at
of
least the
steal
first
from
episode
pizza.
of something that's new like that, just to give it a chance. Because usually they put the best foot forward in the pilot shows of those kind of things. So I want to see how they do it.
Right.
Game of Thrones full trailer. We actually have this one too, right, Jeff?
All-
Awesome. Have any
all
of you guys
15
We watched it.
No, not the.
We
15
watched
minute
Oh.
it
one.
with no sound in the other room.
Yeah, the sound wouldn't
You guys
work
watched
over
the
there, but I
15-minute
did
one?
watch it.
No, we
yeah.
watched. That's like the featurette. No,
Oh,
we
this
watched
is the minute 41
the
one?
trailer.
The
yeah.
most, yeah.
You
It's
guys
a
started?
50-minute trailer.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
it's like a featurette. It's got interviews and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Joffrey, Cersei,
Watch this.
It's just a trailer.
Just
Tywin
yeah,
Lannister,
it's not gonna.
the Red Woman.
I
I
don't
can't sleep
think
until I say the names.
The names of every person and
I know. Turn it around. Turn it around.
Only the ones I'm going to kill.
I'm gonna get spoiled. Oh well, then never mind.
Rob Stark is dead.
I lie awake all night thinking about how they died.
He was betrayed by his
Lord of
own men.
Dragons.
All
Yep.
I live in now
Yep.
is justice.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
I will not be the page in someone else's history book. What do we do to those who've hurt the ones we love?
The day will come when your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. And you will know the debt is paid.
The Lannisters and the other ones will pay their debts.
I will do what queens do. I will.
What she said. She is though. She's a big idiot.
When does the season start?
Oh, yeah.
April.
April?
Beginning of April, I think.
Okay. Might have to binge.
I wonder what this is gonna be.
It's
They're only
okay.
10 episodes
I finished
each.
like 2 seasons in like a day.
Hey, we're-
It doesn't matter.
Did
Okay.
it seem like a good season 2 though?
End of yeah. But we're gonna. I think that's a teaser that we're finally gonna get to see.
So we're actually gonna like see
Yeah.
it in their full glory instead of just like one.
Like, our producer. Yeah.
So April. I've got till
All men
April.
must die. Oh, I will rule. Yeah.
I got till April to watch the end.
Yeah. You got a while. Go binge.
I was trying to read the book.
Oh,
No,
so
no,
they're-
just no.
No.
I mean,
No.
they're good.
It's wordy.
Dude, the book
It's
is-
really
It's
wordy.
wordy.
It's a very hard read.
Yeah, it's
I love
not.
reading books.
Well, I know if you have the time to do it, but it's
If you enjoy wordy books, then yeah.
and you
Yeah.
want to sit down for 20 hours straight. And read
I
one
couldn't
book,
even
I
get through
mean,
like A Tale of Two Cities.
They're thick. I read the first one and I read a third of the second one. I just
Better
was-
just watch the show.
I just watched the
Yeah,
show.
I think it would save
All
you
right,
a lot of.
alright.
Speaking of binge watching, do any of you guys watch House of Cards?
No.
Because that just
Oh,
happened.
my friend's telling me to watch
House of
that.
Cards 2
No.
came out. Anybody political? Okay. Well, I liked it. It just goes to show again that how awesome Netflix is that they can pull off a great show. The original House of Cards won an Emmy in
Yeah, a couple actually.
a couple. I
Yeah.
forget the categories, but
Mhm.
it proved that you don't have to go the traditional route anymore, and I think that's awesome. And besides the fact that the show is great and it's got great actors and great writing, and David Fincher is co-producing it, and it's just so good. So anyway, if you're into all that kind of stuff, and it's not really, I mean, if you have to know a little bit about politics. I mean, kind of you gotta know who Congress is and the House is and the president, vice president. That's really all you kind of need to know, and kind of the way legislation works a little bit, not too much. They don't get. It's more about the underworkings of the White House and the behind the doors kind of stuff, and what really goes on in Washington. That's what I love about the show. So, anyways, that's up on Netflix now, and everybody's already
Did you already complete the
binge watched
season?
it. No, I'm halfway through. I'm about 8 episodes in. So you can't watch all that all together, man. You gotta take a step back. The first episode, without spoiling anything, is just like you gotta sit there and just like take it in for a second and say, "Wow, that just happened." Like you got like everything just changed. Like okay, so.
All right. So what's next?
All right, so now we are on to
anime.
anime and manga. You some thoughts?
All right, so the big news is that the English dub of Attack on Titan will be premiering next month at Anime Boston.
Woo!
Which normally I wouldn't pay attention to an anime dub, but I do like Funimation dubs. They are consistently the best. The ADR director, Mike McFarland, did the dub for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and he did the dub for, he's done a whole bunch of dubs. He's the director for the One Piece dub, and just recently he did Evangelion 3.0, the newest movie, which was an amazing dub. I went and saw it in theaters, and it was outstanding. So I have faith in the cast. The scriptwriters, J. Michael Tatum, who's also one of their more popular voice actors. He wrote Steins Gate, my favorite anime. So I have faith in at least the quality of the writing of how good this dub is going to be.
Who do they usually tap for these English dubs? Do they
Well,
get,
it
like,
depends
big
on
actors or just
it
voice?
depends on the company. Funimation they have their own circle of actors who are also crew members.
Oh, okay.
So there's a list of probably 30 or 40 actors that like will most likely end up being in this.
Okay.
So, and I think you mentioned who's gonna carry the dubbed version.
Funimation.
Funimation.
Yes.
No, but like how they gonna does it streamed online or?
Usually it'll stream online for people who would like, actually pay for the Funimation subscription, which is like $6.95 a month.
Okay.
But eventually it'll be released on home video. And I know last year when the show first started, they said that they wanted to have it out on like Blu-ray and DVD within the first half of this year because of how popular it was.
The Attack on Titan that's on Netflix right now, that one?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
It's just a dub version.
It will. It's the same show.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
the same show.
Oh, okay.
It's just the.
it's just the English version.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
talk
how
about
long did it take for the original Attack on Titan, the one that not dubbed, to go on DVD and video? Did that
It's
go
not
right
yet.
away?
Well,
Or
it's
that's still not-
in Japan. They released as the show airs, so it's like each.
Oh, each episode goes under.
It's basically it's like every few months you'll have a Blu-ray released, and it'll have 2 or 3 episodes on it, and they're crazy expensive.
They do a lot different than we do here in the
Yeah,
States.
it works a lot differently.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it immensely. I'm glad I listened to you guys.
It's really good.
Really good.
Yeah. Were you disappointed at the end?
Me and Rachel kind of she hates me for I'm very upset at Annie. But apparently I won't be later. I don't know. We'll see.
You just gotta read it. The
Yeah.
anime doesn't get into the characterization.
I gotta
doesn't
go
get
visit
into a
my
lot
local
of.
store.
I don't know if you.
Go buy it. We should
yeah.
go after this.
I don't know if you'd be disappointed at Annie because I mean they haven't really talked about Annie. As much.
Annie hasn't been around in the
Yeah.
manga
Maybe-
since the end of the anime. So.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the anime didn't get into a lot of the characterization.
Mm-hmm. They kind of
that.
briefly mention her.
Well, they capture her at the end and whatever crystallized goo she's in, right? And then
Yeah.
did
That
they
she
ever
created.
expand on that?
No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, she's pretty much been
Yeah.
in there since then.
Wow.
Which that chapter?
So they don't follow up on that yet. They don't follow up on Aaron's basement yet.
No.
Nope.
Wow.
We
this
know
is a
we
very
know
long series.
we know what the regular Titans are now.
Yes.
Oh, so figure that out.
I mean, obviously we know who the Colossal Titan and the Armored
Yeah.
Titan are.
Well, I don't know who they are, but obviously they're human. The
Yeah, they're-
modified Titans are obviously humans. We figured that out since Aaron became one, right?
Yes. So those are.
There's a lot of mystery happening right now and a lot of speculation
I
that
like
you
mystery.
can make
I like that.
Mhm.
about like I mean even the knowing who the regular Titans are, it's still like up in the air.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
still
Yeah.
It's
every-
kind of like you.
Mhm.
everything that you learn like
Yeah.
poses another
Cool.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually the first anime slash manga in a long time that I've actually gotten into. The last one, like I was talking about, was like Ghost in the Shell back in the day. I love
I
that.
can give you Rex.
She can
Rachel's
give
like, I got
everyone
you.
Rex.
I got it.
I think it was the pure, just sheer force of everybody in this newsroom that like watched it. I'm like, all right, in order to like be on anyone's level, I have to watch this
Oh
thing.
my God.
So, but I'm glad I did. Like I said, I enjoyed it.
It's a lot of fun. I actually went back and rewatched like the first. I was rewatching it the other. Kind of reminded myself that I didn't always hate the anime. Like I used to, up until the end, I really enjoyed it. And
Oh, so you hate-
it was fun to go back and like watch that and like remember that I actually
So you
used
ended
to
up not
really,
liking
really
And
like
also
this.
the thing about the anime is if you pause it when they show up those little info screens on the anime.
There's
I
some
started
crazy-
doing that
Yeah.
about 4 episodes in when I started realizing
Mhm.
there's actually stuff there to read.
Yes,
the last
there's-
episode in the last
Yeah.
episode when it shows that crazy story about the
Yeah,
miner,
he
which
was just like
there's
this long.
there's nothing about that in the manga, which I thought
Yeah.
was really
and
crazy.
there's a lot of information. Like if you go back and read that, there's like, oh wow, this relates
Available
to so
for
Yeah,
much.
this is some
information
shit.
and
Yeah,
stuff
this
like that,
is
right?
something's happening right here.
That's
the
cool.
reason. Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
What else? We had another link that I put up here.
Fat Zero.
That is not what that is.
Fate Zero.
Yeah, the,
Sorry. Fat Zero.
The writer and the
Spin-off.
director of Fate Zero reuniting. The writer, Gen Urobushi, he did Madoka Magica, he did Psychopaths, he did Gargantia. He's a pretty well-known name, and so the fact that he's attached to this is
Mecha anime.
yes.
Mecha sounds cool.
Mecha's
I'm
about
always
giant
into mechs.
robots.
Giant robots.
Yes, I know. That's why. Well, Titanfall is coming out next month, and I don't have an Xbox One,
Did
but I
you-
looked on this, and they released I think they're doing a manga too. Somebody's doing a manga for Titanfall. Right? Oh, somebody said yeah. Nope, Jeff's leaving.
But yeah, the fact that they're reuniting Fate Zero is
That's
incredible.
cool.
Fate Zero being the prequel to Fate Stay Night anime.
Awesome.
But this is something to look out for. This is probably going to be pretty cool.
Awesome. Was it just those two, or did you add something? You added something else, right?
No, that was just those two, and then there's
Just those
the
two?
Twitch plays Pokemon in there too.
Twitch plays Pokemon. Well,
Okay.
we were going to miscellaneous
Yeah,
anyway.
that's-
So,
yeah,
did
that's
you
just-
watch this? The Twitch.
I've
plays
seen a
Pokemon?
little bit of it. It's
We were watching it earlier before you guys came in. When I first came in this morning, and we were just like, "What is happening?" There's just like
Yeah.
a constant stream, and they're trying to tell the guy what to do, and he's like running into things and open
Right.
the Pokédex and then open the Pokemon and go back. It's like
The
it's
thing
not
about
even moving.
the thing about Twitch.
they've
plays
actually
Pokemon,
they've
yes.
like defeated like 4 gym leaders.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I
pretty
just must have
impressive.
gone on at the time we
Yeah.
were all
I
tired.
just know
or
they like
something.
go
Like,
their
oh,
Flareon
that's
like
Yeah,
just now.
basically, like they're it's input commands into chat. So you're controlling red by
Right.
input commands.
Right.
So everyone, I mean, the highest I've seen it is
Left,
90,000
right,
people trying to command red,
Right.
and it's
Jesus
just
God.
utter madness.
It was pretty bad this
Yes,
morning.
and they've just implemented 2 new things, which is anarchy and democracy.
Oh.
Which you have the
that's
idea.
the other thing that I saw flying
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, which is the idea where anarchy is the old way of doing it, and democracy gives leeway where you're able to like say A2, so the A button will be pressed twice. But the thing that I love about like Twitch Plays Pokemon is the whole world that they've built within this thing. They've created. They have a biblical thing going with it where they're praising certain items and stuff and go around praising the Helix fossil,
Oh
and
my
it's just
God.
It's getting out
yes,
of
and
control.
they named one of their Pokemons that got released earlier, like in day 4, with I think was like Jay Leno.
Oh,
and they have like a bunch of fan art with Jay Leno's face as a Rattata, and it's just really amazing what they've created here, and this is really what makes the game really fun to watch.
Oh my God.
And just seeing people spam start and like there's this idea where there's like these 2 different groups where like the democracy group and everyone wants it to be anarchy, and if it's democracy, people are going to start spamming start 9 times, and
Oh
it's
my
just going to
God.
be it's crazy. It really is, but it's a lot of fun to
love it.
watch, and just seeing them
I just still can't
actually
believe
complete the
they
game
released
would
their
be pretty
Flareon.
awesome. Yeah,
I still can't believe they
Flareon
released
was
their
like the
Flareon.
Dark Lord, according to the story behind it. He was
Oh.
the false prophet.
Yeah, and they
He was a
released
false
it.
prophet.
happening?
Yes.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
They're out of control.
How many EVs are you gonna get?
It was a really long process to get that E EV.
Like, and then they had the chance to evolve it, and now they just
They let it go.
released it.
So we should talk about Irrational Games because that's kind of a
Yeah,
big
let's
deal.
talk about that real quick. The first one at the top. Yeah. So Rash, set it up, Rach, because I
So-
heard about it right when I came into there
Yeah.
and I was pissed. So.
So yeah, I guess Ken Levine has announced pretty much out of nowhere that Irrational Games is going to be shutting down and moving towards smaller character story-based games that are just going to be exclusively released digitally.
So
Irrational Games, for
Yeah.
those who don't know, made most recently, obviously, Bioshock Infinite. But they've also done, if I remember right, the original 2 Bioshock.
well, no, Bioshock 2 was
Two.
not made. That was by 2K.
2K.
Oh, 2K did that.
2K
one.
now
That's
owns
right.
2K now owns all of the rights
Yes.
to Bioshock.
That's right.
Wow, they've transferred the.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So 2K owns the rights, but there's no plans to actually make any more.
I just stopped. Stop.
Just
Yeah.
I mean, Bioshock 2 was there, but I don't know. Maybe I might be the only few people that actually enjoyed the Bioshock 2 multiplayer.
I
Really
played
got
it
into
once.
The multiplayer was pretty good.
I
I enjoyed it.
They tried to create a story within the multiplayer,
Yes.
and I thought that story was much, much better than the actual story of the Bioshock 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't dislike Bioshock 2 at all. I just didn't think that it added anything.
It did not, and it could have. They could have taken it to places where it could have added to the story with the God, what was her name?
Oh,
The main character.
Eleanor,
Yeah, she
or
had,
her mom.
yeah. They could have.
Sophia.
Done things,
It was
yeah.
Sophia Lamb.
Yeah, Sophia. They
Yeah.
could have done things like she could have been the one that delivered the letter to the original character in
Mhm.
Bioshock 1, because she got
Jack,
banned.
yeah.
Because she got banned. And I wish they would have done that. And in my mind, I kind of just processed that, but they didn't do that.
And Bioshock Infinite obviously more than
Oh,
made
yes.
up for any of the.
Good.
Yeah, so this
The
is definitely
missteps
sad
with the
news
two.
to see Bioshock. gone.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think
yeah.
Bioshock came out. It'll be 7 years old this
Yes.
year.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
And at that time, that was on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
It's
and it
still,
was
I mean,
groundbreaking for
it
its
still
time.
holds up. I go
Yes.
back and play it
Oh,
all
it
the
holds
time.
up now,
and
but
it's-
that's what I'm saying. Like for when that game came out, it won Game of the Year, obviously, and everybody, I think, any
Yes.
reputable publication gave it Game of the Year. But for that time, that sort of kind of animation and the gameplay and the just this overall
being that story
arc
heavy, yeah.
is amazing.
To me,
for the time.
Bioshock did what Resident Evil did to me, because it was just so
Oh,
scary.
Resident
It was
Evil back in the
so-
day,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was so scary. I was just so involved with the
Mhm.
story.
The
It was-
Big Daddies.
Yeah,
and-
with
yeah,
the Big
it's kind of
Daddies.
You
freaky.
have the
Around the
iconic
corners,
yeah.
like antagonist.
I remember like one of the one scenes that stands out is you'd walk into a room and then it's the spotlight, and then you
Oh,
get
yes.
the rent.
Just shot, yeah.
Yes.
Or like there's a scene where you walk in
Mhm.
and you get the shotgun for the first time. All of a sudden, all the lights go off
Yes.
and you have splicers coming at
Super,
you.
super
I
cool.
remember. Yeah, there are
Mhm.
moments that I will remember
Yes,
forever.
and this is just Bioshock just holds a very special place in my heart.
Can't even
So
say
sad
that.
to see it
I
go.
don't even have an updated game system to play anything right now.
Weak.
Four
Like, you guys,
afternoons.
like,
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
On
seeing
PS3, I'm
seeing
still
it
like-
Just like,
shut
don't do it.
down is
I'm still on a
sad,
PS2,
sad.
man.
That is sad.
So I am looking forward to playing the final DLC for that day.
Yeah, I have. I bought the
season pass?
the season pass when it
Yes.
came out. I haven't downloaded any of the DLC.
Burial at Sea. Is that what we're talking
Yes,
about?
Burial
Burial
at
at
Sea,
Sea, yeah.
which would be obviously their last thing.
Did you guys
Yeah.
like the first Burial at Sea?
I didn't play it
Did
yet.
anybody play it yet?
I played it, and it was good, but it just didn't add. Again,
I heard it was pretty short.
It was
It
short.
was short, and like if you were gonna go, you were just gonna say it didn't add anything.
Yeah,
I
so
felt like it was
hopefully-
just there to be there.
Yeah. And yeah,
I kind of was disappointed. I wanted to see. I mean, until you get to the end, I won't shock any, wreck anything for anybody. But until you get and you finally get to the end, you're like, oh, okay, well now I want to play the next one.
Yes.
But why did it take this long? And why did it? Okay.
exactly. And
Anyways.
Your
the
filler
news that I've
game.
seen
Yeah.
is they're supposed to close that gap. They're gonna intertwine BioShock, the original BioShock.
I figured they were.
Are they gonna
Yeah.
finally tie it?
They're gonna tie it.
All right. So that sounds like it'll be worth it.
Yes, so
Maybe.
definitely. Super
As long as the only that's why the only issue I had with BioShock Infinite, I love the game, was at the very end of the game where I feel like it was almost lazy storytelling, where it's like, well, you see, it's because we have infinite dimensions. Don't
What
worry
do you
about
think
it.
it's called Infinite for?
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I feel like that could have been more tightly brought together a little bit.
I
know
like it.
Ken
I
Levine-
like.
I've read all the interviews.
Discussion in its own.
I know it is. I don't want to get
Yeah.
off on a tangent because we could go for hours. on
Yeah.
it, but that was and I hope that's what my point was. I hope they don't get to do something like that again with this next wrap up or this connecting chapter, as you call it. I hope there's nothing like, well, of course, because it's in, there's dimensions and portals. That's why, duh. Like, don't do that to me. Don't insult me like that. I want to.
I think the way you're thinking about it is like that movie where at the end it's all a dream.
Yeah, right. Don't take me back to fucking Lost.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
We'll go through the last couple things here. There's some art in there. We'll put in there some really cool
Marty
just-
McFly shoes.
Yeah.
That's-
So that was the one. Yeah. There's some art, and then there's the Marty McFly shoes. Nike announced. They didn't announce actually. It was at like a small little interview / like not press conference, but kind of like a seminar one of their guys was doing, where somebody asked, "Oh, are you gonna have the power laces?" And he's like, "We are doing those in 2015." And so like, well, went out on the internet
Oh
real
my
quick.
god.
So I'm excited. I don't care how much they cost.
$700 shoes.
That'll be my laptop fund for next year. I'll go for the shoes.
Hopefully they don't release them like they did with the Michael J. Fox
For the
Foundation.
500, they only have 500. You had to bid them on eBay,
yeah.
and only the elites got them because you had to spend like
If I could
thousands
physically
of
go to a
dollars.
store and make line
Yeah.
to buy them, I would.
Or hey,
go
why don't
and
you just
buy
make it
them.
where you sign up on a list like they do for a lot of things? It's like, oh, hey, if you have interest, put your name down. We'll email you when they're ready, so they get a good number of how many they have to make, right? That's what happens.
Do pre-orders.
Pre-orders.
Pre-orders, yeah. I would be excited.
Yeah. No hoverboard announcement though. So.
Wasn't that supposed to be coming this year too?
2015 is
2015,
the
year
is the
for-
is
The
what do they call
the
it?
Back to the
Is
Future
the
year.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all those ones you see on Facebook. It's like today was the day
Oh
Marty
my
McFly went Back to the Future.
Yeah, 2015 is Back to the Future and it's Neon
Yes.
Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah. October 12th, I believe, is the day he traveled back in time.
Yes. So, Future Day. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Future Day. So anyway, okay. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go around the table and talk about some cool things we're reading, watching, or playing this week that you might also be interested in. So who wants to start? This side. This side. Did you bring anything, Stacey? We'll leave you last.
I mean,
I'll start. I
Think
guess.
of something. Well,
I'll start. Something that I recently read a couple months ago and stuff was Black Hole, and it's a graphic novel. Yeah, it's a graphic
good.
novel where basically there's a disease that people have. It's like a skin condition and stuff, and like sort of makes you like deformed and stuff. And the only way to contract it is through like sexual intercourse. It's kind of crazy, and like it kind of goes in the lungs. It kind of has like second meanings, with,
Like a metaphor
AIDS, yeah,
for, like,
Is it,
metaphors. and
who's the
stuff.
publisher?
Oh my god, I forgot the book. It's the
It's not
Black
like Dark
Hole.
Horse or somebody.
It's not Dark Horse, no. It's on its own.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
an independent.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where'd you find it? Like some comments?
No, but I was like searching for like I was graphic novels to read, and
Oh,
this
okay.
was one of the top ones to read.
Somebody
Yeah,
suggested it?
and
Cool.
it's pretty fantastic.
Can you get it? And can you only? Did you buy it? Basically?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought it on Amazon.
Okay.
Yes.
So you think you go to your
It's a
local
thick
comic book
book.
shop and get it, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
It's a thick book. It's pretty awesome.
What was the name of it again?
Black Hole.
sounds
Put
so
these in the
familiar.
links.
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really
Black
good.
Hole.
God.
Cool. All right, well, I have a couple. I already kind of mentioned one. I'm watching House of Cards, which is awesome. Go watch it. It's amazing. It's just amazing. The actor is Kevin Spacey. But I did finally get around to, I know a lot of the people here have already seen, but I finally got around to watching Justice League War, the new DC animated movie that just came out. And I enjoyed it. It is based on the new 52 characters.
Yeah.
And for some reason, based on the new 52 characters, and Superman looks like the Man of Steel version.
Dude, I have a bug with the Superman. His shoulders are like
It's
massive.
very weird.
Yeah.
You got the
looks very
Lee
weird
Field
in this movie.
proportions?
Yes, it's like not normal.
Not even shoulder pad
Yeah.
normal.
I won't, we'll maybe we'll talk about it next week. We'll give everybody a chance to watch. Have you seen it, Rachel?
What now?
No, Justice League War. Well, if anybody wants to,
Yeah.
maybe we'll talk about it next week. But really good. It kind of is a reimagining of how the Justice League met. It's basically they all have to. I see this. I don't. They all didn't know about each other somehow until this one event happened where Darkseid is now invading Earth. Yeah. Yeah, literally, like Superman, like grabs Batman. He's like, "Oh, who are you? What do you do?" Like,
Yeah.
What the?
okay,
The
all right.
writing's really not cool though. They have some like adult writing.
There is like there's
okay,
some curse
okay.
words in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And, like,
I mean,
there's one
obviously-
scene where the guy talks about cross-dressing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, okay, so
never
this is
mind.
not a kid show.
And also they're like being smartasses to each other.
They're big
and stuff, yeah.
smartasses.
I just remember, like-
Hal Jordan's pretty good in
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I like it.
I
Except
just know
the Flash
Justice League
is
had
like
that show.
toned down.
Flash
yeah.
is not there.
Okay. See, because in
Well,
Justice League
he's
on
there.
Cartoon
Yeah, well, I'm
Network,
saying he's
he
not
was
there as a
pretty
normal character.
perverted, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah,
made
he
the
was-
joke.
They turned his character into Hal Jordan, like the loudmouth Flash. He's like,
Oh.
that's what Hal Jordan is in this one.
Oh,
He's
because I
kinda
just
like the
remember
loudmouth.
like there was this scene and it was like between him and Hawkgirl and he was like, I'm
Oh,
the
in the
fastest
animated
man
one?
alive.
She calls him out on-
Unlimited?
Yeah, he was like,
yeah.
I'm the fastest man alive
Right.
in the world, and she's like, well, yeah, in the bedroom too. And I
And
was
also-
like,
That was
oh,
the
I
only
didn't
scene
know.
in that
Yeah.
one I was like, whoa, this is a kid show. You
Yeah,
shouldn't do
yeah.
that.
It was on Cartoon Network. I was like, oh, I didn't
And
know
also
you could
with
say
New
things like
52,
that.
they replaced one of the Justice League members with Shazam. Shazam's new.
Oh.
He's new. And
Right, they took
replaced
out Martian
Aquaman-
Manhunter, right?
Aquaman.
Oh.
No, he's gonna be in the next one, I think.
No, Aquaman's. Did you not see the end
he
of
dead?
the? Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, is that who's?
Spoiler
holding,
alert.
Is that
Yeah,
Mantis?
sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine. Because Mantis holding. That we were trying to. Me and Jeff
Yes.
were trying to figure that out.
That's
Wait.
Aquaman's brother is. That's Aquaman's brother.
Orm, yeah.
Shit, I don't know anything.
That's Aquaman's brother.
Wait, so
The
he
one
didn't.
holding him, but the one dead.
No, that's his son.
What?
He said they killed my son.
That's what I thought.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
See,
so it's
come
not
on.
Oh, I was like, well, dang. What the- Wait,
we,
so
we,
then-
we looked before because we didn't know who it was.
Okay.
And, I guess some nerd online said something
Okay.
about it. It's like,
Maybe
Nerd
I
online.
got my door wrong there. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Could've sworn you got
but missing was Martian Manhunter, which I was like, wait a minute, he's the one that brought the Justice League.
So
together,
he's not gonna. He's
I
not
don't
in
know.
it at
We'll
all.
see what the next one is. No, he's not in it at all. They don't even talk about it.
He was like
This
my
is a new
favorite
reimagining
one.
of Justice League, not how they originally came together.
Right.
With
He was
the
like my favorite one. Socially
Martian
awkward and
Manhunter.
like.
yeah. John Jones.
Yeah.
John Jones.
Oh yeah. I wonder
So
what
anyway,
he-
that's cool. That's up right now. I mean, if you want to do it the legal way, it's $20 to buy and I think $5 to rent. So you could do it that way. Or
Redbox that have it
you can do it
probably.
somewhere else. No, it's not on Redbox. Yeah,
No?
I tried. So anyways, that's what I'm watching. Rachel?
What am I watching? Mostly just more anime. I'm gonna recommend Silver Spoon this week, which is it's a farming anime. I don't know how else to put it.
Oh.
It's a slice of life anime that takes place on a farm. It's currently the second season is currently airing. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. It's really really good. The manga was written by Hiromu Arakawa, who wrote Fullmetal Alchemist. And so
Cool.
it's really worth checking out. It sounds stupid. It's a farming anime, but
I love Harvest Moon, so.
Oh my God, Harvest Moon.
Wow.
Dang.
That you just tapped into my
Yeah.
But like I'm
childhood.
watching a lot of stuff, and that's been consistently like since the first season aired last summer. It's consistently been one of my favorite shows, and it's really I don't know a single person who doesn't like it. So it's
So it's been
worth
around.
checking. Yeah, the first
cool.
season's 11 episodes. Second season is 6 episodes out of 11. It's definitely worth checking out.
And people can watch it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah,
all
watch it
the-
on Crunchyroll.
Cool. Awesome. Stacy, do
I-
you want to say anything?
I honestly haven't been reading, watching, or doing anything.
You're like school. That's
Yeah,
what I've been
Yeah,
doing.
like
I've been doing
I mean, like
school.
I started playing Assassin's Creed because my cousin finished his
The
trilogy.
newest one?
No, like the Ezio trilogy.
Oh.
Like he has the trilogy
That's
like
fine. That's
in a pack. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay,
I'm
cool.
just gonna borrow your PS4 and the Ezio trilogy, and I just
Does it work on PS4? Wait, what?
that's the one that I have, or that he's playing it on.
The newest one is what we're talking about. Assassin's Creed.
It's just-
4?
Pirate,
Pirate.
Black Flag.
Black
No,
Flag?
I don't
Are you
know.
talking
Like
about-
the trilogy, like the first.
But you
the
can play
very
that on PS4?
first.
The first,
I
the first
thought
Assassin's
it
Creed game is not about Ezio. It's about Altair.
No, the one I don't know which one I'm playing. It just has
Right.
Ezio on it. and
Okay,
I'm
so it's probably
playing as
the
this
Ezio
guy.
trilogy, where it's
Two.
like It's
But
like
I'm on
Assassin's
a
Creed 2,
PS4.
then Brotherhood,
Yeah.
and then Revelations.
Yeah.
That's the Ezio trilogy.
Right.
But I'm on the PS4. So
But
I don't know
did they
which one it is.
release
how
it
you
as
did
like a
this.
remaster?
I honestly don't know, but it's on the PS4. That's what I'm
All
playing
right,
it as.
well.
I honestly
I'm confused.
Maybe a
I have no
Digital
idea.
download?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's probably
Look
digital.
at interrogating her.
Probably.
about
I
it.
don't know.
Stacey.
I don't know
We must
anything.
know.
I'm just playing it. I stayed up till like 4 a.m.
What do you think about
trying to
Assassin's
finish
Creed?
it.
Fun?
Yes
Gameplay,
and no.
mechanics?
I'm
Good?
actually kind of getting really annoyed how like your reputation is notorious, so now you have to like watch out for all the guards. And they're
Oh,
like, you have to blend in with the
cloaking
crowd.
system, yeah.
and I'm
Mhm.
like, I can't afford to pay like these whatever concubines or whatever to like follow me around.
That was
like,
one of the flaws I thought in the first couple games. We'll end in a second, but the newest one, Black Flag, the one thing I did like about it is that you don't have to pay people. You can just kind of
yeah, exactly. They
kinda
like
cool.
take money from me every time.
Makes
I'm
it a
like,
lot
I'm broke.
more user friendly. This game.
Never
I feel like
played
they
Assassin's Creed.
it's taken a really long time for them to get
To this point.
to this point in terms
Yes.
of like not being kind of terrible. I mean, the
Yeah.
first Assassin's Creed game's got an interesting story and it's a lot of fun. It's just
we like me
so
in the first
repetitive.
Assassin's Creed game where you played it and like 5 hours and you're like, I'm still riding on a horse to all these. places.
Yeah,
What
you
the
like
hell is happening?
legit ride on a horse
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes to
It's
get to the
like-
next city.
It's like,
Are you
I'm really just taking a trip.
Yeah,
across
like
the
I got
Arabian
lost
desert.
so many times
Nice.
playing Assassin's Creed trying to find.
Yeah.
I have not been able to memorize the map layout like at all.
Nope.
They're like,
I've
go
never-
home, go see Leonardo da Vinci. I'm like, where the is this guy supposed to be? So I just like,
All right. Well, we went long, but we had fun like we always do here on Twig This Week in Geek.
Is
you
that
can-
the acronym?
Twig This Week in Geek. Yeah.
I didn't even know we had
Like,
one.
oh,
Twiggy.
that's-
I can say Twiggy when you put the little E at the end.
Got Twiggy with
Twiggy.
it,
You can
I
say
guess,
Twiggy.
yeah.
Twig. Whatever.
okay, we'll make sure it's.
We'll make sure. You can call it whatever you want. It's Geek. It's the Geek Tech.
Yeah.
Geeky show. Anyways, so this has been This Week in Geek for the week of February 17th, 2014. As always, you can find this video on YouTube. It will go live immediately after. We remember to record it this time and upload it, so for your viewing pleasure.
Whose fault was that?
It was actually Final Cut's fault. For some
Okay.
reason, our Final Cut version over there on the Mac, the old Mac, did not want to export it, so we couldn't do anything with it. But we're recording right to YouTube this time, so no worries there.
So we're live. Hey,
So we're live, yeah.
Too bad my mom doesn't know how to
You
use
can
YouTube.
leave a comment on this post. You can go to our website, cycron.com, and check out all the cool content we got coming up there. If you watched the show before this, which was our editor show, Croncast, we got a lot of new articles coming up, and our Divergence magazine, which is this thing, not this cover. We didn't replace the. Yeah, they got it still up here. This is we have the new issue coming out next Tuesday, so it'll be live right when this show is going on the air. And like I said, find us on YouTube, cycron.com, or you shoot us an email at info@cycron.com. I'm your host, Eric Lucas, and joining me as always this week was
Rachel Dick.
Stacy.
and we'll see you next Tuesday right here on This Week in Geek. We are done.